Every time I go to talk to a group, there's always, a few people out there that are like, oh, what do I got to hear about job safety for? My job's about as safe as it can possibly be. I sit at a desk all day, and, I look at the computer screen, and, I'm fit, I feel good, I don't need to hear this stuff. So, the reason that I'm talking to you about this is because you'd be so surprised at the little things that can have a huge impact on your body. So I just want to start off today and just tell you a little story. It's actually about my mom. And so when I was growing up, she worked at a bank, for 15 years or so, up in our hometown in Minnesota. And so every day she spent sitting at her desk, dealing with customers, counting money, twisting and getting up and down and just dealing with, people that come in. So constantly she's, having these little impact, these little damages to her spine from doing these repetitive actions. And so she has no idea this is even going on. And so one day she decides that she wants to paint a room in her house. And she's, well, let me backtrack here for a second. She's probably, of all the moms that I knew, all my friends and stuff back home, she was probably one of the fittest ladies that I knew. She was, always out water skiing, running, working out constantly. And so, you would have never had any idea that she had all this going on just from what she did at her job. So, now to bring it back, she wanted to paint a room in her house. And so she, went and got the can of paint and started painting and finished the room. And she was going to reach down and pick the can of paint up. And she heard a pop in her back and immediately hits the floor. She's on the floor screaming, yelling. And, I come running in the room and I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what happened. Did she break her back? She, tear something? I had no clue what was going on. She was just on the floor screaming in agony. And so once we figured out, that there was, she didn't break anything or anything like that, my dad was there too, and so we were able to pick her up and finally, carry her over to her bed, where, excuse me, where basically she sat for two whole days, not really being able to do much beside, having one of us, help her get up and go to the bathroom. And even when she did that, she was still just in extreme pain, stabbing pain going down her legs, and we didn't really know what to do with it. So finally, we decided, all right, we got to do something. We can't just let her sit there. So we decided to bring her into this chiropractor that we knew in town, and he began working with her, seeing her every day, and eventually she was able to get back into work, after 2 weeks of being at home and just going in to see him. So the reason that I tell that story again is she, oh, thank you. Is because a lot of times, when we think of work-related injuries, we tend to think just of the big traumas, the construction workers falling from the scaffolding, or the farmer, getting caught in the combine or something like that. We never really think, that these little things that we do each day can add up and really impact our health.